we've spoke about you sparring Anthony Joshua and Fraser Clark and those guys. Obviously, you spent some time in the Fury camp training with Peter Fury. What was that whole experience like?
Peter's a friend of mine. You know, me and Peter from day one of me and Peter, we hit it off. I was only a 21-year-old kid at the time, and I always said, Brendan Ingle aside, Peter Fury is the one man that I've respected, listened to. I'd run through brick walls for him. When I trained with him, Peter had been doing some horrific things that no one else has got me doing. So on a personal level, me and Peter, I saw him when Savannah boxed. He trained Savannah, didn't he? Savannah's a good friend of mine. We was in the bulls with me and Peter, and we spoke a lot. And we had a couple of hours together one of the nights, and we were just catching up and talking about our lives and whatever else. And I really enjoyed it. I really liked Peter. And as for the training was hard, you know. I was there. I had one camp with him. I went back as a sparring partner a few times. I sparred lots with Huey, sparred lots with Tyson, Eddie Chambers, Michael Sweeney, Rico Verhoeven, the K1 superstar. Had some really good times, you know. I got to Tyson Fury, superstar, innit? I was living with him at one point, you know what I mean? Another crazy chapter in my life, I guess. That time there was, but Peter's unbelievable, man. You know, and he backs you to the hilt again. You know, father and son, but still trainer and boxer. You know, and he got all the belief in the world in him. And I do believe it's not Mary's fight. I think we're going to see a different Huey Fury than what we've seen in years gone by.
I think we need to, because
I think we will.
The Marius Vac fight, I think at this point of Marius Vac's career, anything other than a resounding clinical performance, I think he has to stop him to look good, you know. I think if the fight goes the distance, I think it will resemble something of a sparring session. But back to Peter, he's fascinates me because I don't know Peter at all. Andy does all the interviews with. Andy's kind of like the boxing social representative for the Furies. He's got John Fury's gets on with Andy. Peter Fury gets on with Andy. So he's kind of like our Fury guy. But I'm always fascinated to kind of hear or get an insight into Peter Fury in particular. What sort of stuff did he have you doing? He strikes me as a firm man in the gym.
Well, I've been around Tyson all his career, effectively. You know, as a sparring partner. You know, I was in his camp for a little while being trained by Peter, but I've been around as a sparring partner while he's had a few different coaches. And the only man that I've ever seen, not control Tyson, but Tyson would listen to. And when Peter talks, you're like, yeah. You're like, yeah, I'm listening. You were giving that look just so he knows he's listening. And he had Tyson would listen to him and respect him. You know, he's got, he's not a shouter, Peter. He never shouted once.
Apart from at David Higgins at one time.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't get shouting at him. But Peter, would never shout, never raise his voice. He just did what he said. You know, his training methods different again, but different things work for different people.
How do you mean different? Because he's very much of the old school.
Of course, yeah. He once took us on a on a minibus. Tyson wasn't there that day. Me, Huey, Isaac Lowe, Eddie Chambers, Rico Verhoeven, and
that's such a blend of characters.
And young Huey, Tyson's little brother Huey. So we're all on the coach. Peter's there as well, and this army guy called Will, who did our strength conditioning. So anyway, so right, we're get on the minibus, 8 of us. Rico Verhoeven, 6'5", kickboxing world champion, superstar. Eddie Chambers at the time, world title challenger heavyweight. Me, just starting out. Isaac Lowe the same, Huey the same. So anyway, we're on this thing. So where are we going? Southport Beach. Right, okay. Wonder what we're doing. Looking out the window, it's freezing, it's raining. Right. Not down at the beach then. Anyway, you get there. And the bloke was right. We're going to go and run some sand dunes. I thought, I can do that. You know, you run up a sand dune, you walk back down, you have a rest, you go again. I don't mind doing that. So all right, we're gonna run to the sand dunes. I thought, all right, we set off to the sand dunes anyway. On the way there, we're running through mud. It wasn't a beach. It was a beach, but it was also sand dunes and grass and a public footpath, like a big path. We get to the sand dunes, some sand dune sprints. We're doing those sand dune sprints in my mind for it to be a full session. Right, So I thought, all right, done them, tired. Right, let's get back on freezing. Right, no. We're going to run down to the beach. I thought, all right, half hour's the beach away. Can't be far, surely. Run to the beach. Right, this is what you're going to do. David, get Rico, put him over your shoulders, and run to this mark in the ground. I said, what? I said, what do you mean? Rico's massive. Anyway, I've got Rico on my shoulders like this. Carried him to the thing. Knackered legs have gone. Went, right, Rico, pick David up, carry him. When he picked me up and was running with me on his shoulders, I thought, I wish I'd drive him on my shoulders. I thought, fucking bollocks, we can kill him. So anyway, carried him back. So, all right, what's next? Right, I want you and Rico to wrestle each other on the beach. I thought, what? I thought, come on. Anyway, half an hour of me carrying him carrying me, all the rest of it. Right, what we're doing now? Right, we're gonna run back now to the coach. Oh, that's all right. Must be about 3 miles. Peter said, I'm going to run as well. So I remember, I said, I was laughing with Peter the other week. So to Peter said, I'll run back with you, run at my pace. I thought, all right, brilliant. Peter sets off at 100 miles an hour. and anyway, so after about a couple hundred yards, he's going to slow down in a minute because I was struggling. Anyway, about half a mile later, he's still going at the same pace, Peter. So I'm looking at him and thinking, what is he doing? Anyway, so after about a mile, we stop. Oh, thank God for that, because I was really struggling. I couldn't believe the pace he was running at. Anyway, we got to this, a stream of water, but deep though, about 4 or 5 foot deep. And there's a bridge over it. So I thought, all right, we're going to walk over the bridge and probably start running again. So I thought, all right, anyway, no. Right, David, jump in the stream and swim under the water, under the bridge. I said, I can't swim. It don't matter, just walk, just crouch and walk underneath. Crouch and walk. There's pictures of me, muddy water all over my face, underwater, swimming, like walking under a bridge full of water. Go out the other side, and then we all ran to the coach. About -3, this was. The craziest thing ever, you know. But with Peter, you do things like that. We used to spar in the kids' park. I remember sparring Tyson Fury in the kids' park. Yeah, sparring Yui and Tyson in a park in Bolton. Peter knows he's boxing inside out. Do you know what I mean? I quite enjoyed how I was doing it, and the training that I've done with Danny in years gone by, being like what Peter did, because you know what, if you can do it in a kids' play area, you can do it in a ring where you got nice underfoot conditions, and you're not going to worry about looking like a nonce or whatever, you know, in your Christ, wear the tightest pants in the world.
Yeah.
So I used to, you know what, more than anything else, I used to love being around Peter, being around him, because that kind of fella, he's always got a great story to tell. You know, he's always got a smile on his face. And the time over there, I really enjoyed training there. But the training was mental at times.
Sounds like a far cry from Champneys with Darren Barker.
Probably I got beat by David Price. I think the prize camp, the first 2 easy, Jesus. It was I was on holiday.
I remember seeing you on your Instagram stories around that time and thinking, he doesn't look like he's training very hard.
You know what?
You were and you weren't.
When I boxed Lucas Brown, I trained unbelievably hard. I never had any time off. I was all fizzled out halfway through. And when Champneys kicked us out, which they did eventually for our behaviour, my head had gone. But yeah, I've got some stories about Champneys as well, but stories I can't tell.
We'll keep them for the book.